Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, we are looking at the NBA Finals Game 5 picks between the Bucks and the Suns. Back in Phoenix, Suns looking to regain control of the series after Milwaukee was able to tie it up um, back at home. So let's get started. As always, I appreciate it if you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. This series, it's been clear that Giannis Antetokounmpo has been the most consistent player all series. He has yet to fall under 53 DraftKings points. The last three games, he's gotten easily over 60, over 65 DraftKings points. We've seen Chris Paul actually slow down a bit. Jrue Holiday's been playing amazing defense on him, making it difficult, forcing him to turn the ball over. He has at least 4 turnovers in 3 straight games. The assists are still nice, but the shots, well, at least last time out, the shots weren't really falling. And then the other game was a blowout, so I only played 34 minutes. Expect Chris Paul to kind of bounce back here. I know Holiday's making it tough for him, but the Suns really won't need to win this game. If they go back to Milwaukee down 3-2, I think the series will be over. So the Suns really need to get it together, and Chris Paul needs to have a very good game. We saw Devin Booker have 42 points. Didn't have very much of any peripherals, just 2 assists, 1 rebound. He probably would have had like 7 or 8 fouls, but finished with 5. He didn't even make a three, but he still had 17 field goals. So that is impressive. That even though he wasn't even able to hit his 3-point shots, he was still able to get into the paint, hit his mid-range shots, hit his floaters, hit his jump shots. So his 3-point shooting has been down this series, but that's what you expect. These guys have been playing so many games in such a short period of time that their legs are probably going to be tired by like second or third quarter. So hitting the threes are going to be a lot difficult. But Devin Booker is definitely capable of just catching fire from distance. You would expect him to maybe get a couple more peripherals. Maybe the points would come down from 42 to like 30. But I like Devin Booker today. I think he has a better shot of being more fresh than Chris Paul just because he's way younger. And he's at home, so I expect Devin Booker to kind of do what he did against the Lakers at times and just take the game over. Because if Paul struggles again today, if Holiday makes it difficult, I expect Booker to just take control. I wouldn't be surprised if he handles the ball a little bit. And then Jay Crowder's been surprising the last few games. He's been awesome. His price tag has quickly increased because of that. He's up to $7,400 now. But I still like him just because we've seen Bridges struggle a little bit. As expected, a young player on the road. That's why we were focusing on Jay Crowder when he was a lot cheaper than Bridges. Now Bridges is cheaper than Crowder. You could go back to him. I think nobody will really do that. I still prefer Crowder than going to Bridges. And then Cam Johnson is still way too cheap at 4,000. He's a great value play. His price tag has went from 6K to 46 down to 38. Now he's at 4,000. Like to get to him just because he plays, high 20s, low 30s in minutes, depending on how some of the other guys are. If they're in foul trouble or Bridges struggling again, you could see Cam Johnson is play more. And then Connaughton plays starter level minutes even though he comes off the bench. He's topped 30 plus in 3 straight, seeing over 32 in 2 out of those 3 games. And he's not just a 3-point shooter, he's also very good at getting rebounds for a guard and can chip in some assists too. So I like him just for the minutes that he's going to play. Looking at the price range for guys like Connaughton, you have Cameron Payne, who's $400 cheaper, but his minutes are just way down. Connaughton played double Cameron Payne's minutes last game. Tucker looks decent as well, but his shots are not really there. He hasn't taken more than 6 shots this series. And the rebounds aren't really there with Middleton and Giannis and even like Connaughton and Holiday getting a bunch of rebounds. So you're going to need Tucker to maybe get some steals and blocks because I don't really see him shooting more than 5 times again today. So I really like Connaughton more than those guys for the value plays. Craig, not somebody I'm looking at too much. And then Kaminsky hasn't really been too much of a factor besides that blowout that they had in game 3, which he saw some extra minutes and when Ayton was in foul trouble. So for the value plays under 5K, I like Connaughton the most, then Cameron Johnson, then Tucker. In the 5 to 6K range here, don't have too much interest in any of these guys here. I think Lopez is somewhat interesting just because he's only 6,000, and I still like him a little bit more than Portis. They're similarly priced. 7K range, you only have Crowder, who looks appealing, and then you have DeAndre Ayton at 8,000. He could have had a big game last time out. Only made 3 of 9 field goals, but he did have 17 boards, 3 blocks. So if he made some more shots, he would have easily had like 45, closer to 50 DraftKings points. And then for the studs here, Giannis has to be the top dog, and then I'd say Booker is my second guy, Middleton third, probably Paul fourth, Holiday fifth, and then Ayton looks like a great value great value play for the salary. He's only 8,000. He looks amazing. Probably like him a little bit more than Crowder, maybe even a little bit more than Chris Paul if you wanted to save some money. But looking at lineup building, it's going to be Giannis at captain for me. I mean, just nobody has really shown as much upside as Giannis this series. Maybe Booker can if he goes for like 40 plus again today. But you're able to make it work going with Giannis at captain most nights. We've seen Giannis at captain be the optimal most of this series, so I wouldn't be shocked if that happens again. So definitely take Giannis here. I think I like Booker today. People might go to Middleton instead, but I still think Booker at home might be a better play than Middleton on the road, especially if he gets more ownership because he dropped 40 last time out. And then for some of the value plays like Connaughton, just because he's super affordable at 48 for the minutes that he plays, I think he makes sense as a value play. We've seen they've been cutting Brook Lopez's minutes. Like Connaughton seeing more minutes than Lopez. Lopez last time out only played 19. Game before that only played 21. So they're definitely going some small ball with Giannis at center and Connaughton getting more minutes in place of Lopez. So that makes me like Connaughton more than Lopez. And then the last guy would be Ayton at $8,000. Just if he makes some shots, he's going to put up a huge score because the rebounds are going to be there. He doesn't usually end up in foul trouble. Only he's been in foul trouble one game. And besides that, he's seeing like 39 to 40 plus minutes. So the minutes are huge. Rebound should be there. He's at home where he's played very well this postseason. I wouldn't be shocked if he has another big game in the 40s or 50s. We've seen him have a ton of upside. So he's a guy that you could play at captain if you wanted to pay up for another star. But I still like the approach going Giannis at captain. And that's about it. You leave you with like 4,000 left. You can plug in Cam Johnson, maybe throw in like Tucker, maybe take a shot on Cameron Payne. But otherwise, feel very good about it. Getting yourself 1 star from each team. Even get Ayton in there, then you get a decent value in Connaughton. So that is it for the DraftKings side. Let's go over to the FanDuel picks. All right, on FanDuel here, there's no surprise. Giannis is the most expensive player. He would be the guy that I play at the MVP spot. Then they have Chris Paul priced up at 14. He's the second most expensive player. They have Devin Booker $2,000 cheaper than Chris Paul. You have Chris Middleton cheaper than Holiday. And Ayton also cheaper than Paul. And Ayton also cheaper than Holiday, which I think that doesn't make a ton of sense. Then you have Crowder at 10K, looks decent just because he's been playing very well recently. For the value plays, it's Connaughton, it's possibly Cam Johnson, and it's Tucker at 75. But tough to get away from Giannis at 16.5. I think at the star position, you can go a number of ways. You can play DeAndre Ayton at 13,000, or you can play Devin Booker at $12,000. And then at the pro position, you can pick between Middleton and DeAndre Ayton. If Ayton has a bunch of rebounds and gets some shots, if he has a double-double, I think he'll end up outscoring Middleton just because he could get some blocks here. And I wouldn't be shocked if he has like 14, 15, 16 rebounds today. So if I go with these three, leaves you with 92, 50. Still able to get to like Jay Crowder if you wanted to. At 10,000, it leaves you with 85, so you can plug in Pat Connaughton. Or you can play Tucker, save some more money. Leaves you with 11,000. Maybe Brook Lopez isn't my favorite play, but nobody really seems to be playing him. If you want it to be different, you could do something like that. But I think going Giannis, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton looks appealing, or at least you can play. Definitely love Booker's price tag on FanDuel, and Giannis is always a lock in this series. But you could play Jay Crowder in the pro. You saw him be in the pro position last time. I'll be the optimal. I think I'd play him at the utility and try to get to like Holiday or Ayton or Middleton in the pro position today. But I do like Crowder for how well he's been playing, and he's back at home now. So that is it for the video. Thank you for watching. Best of luck tonight, and I'll see you all next time.